Hey folks, this is Riker at BlizzCon 2017, and in this video we're going to talk about everything Overwatch. This is day one of BlizzCon. Things are kind of wrapping up. We've looked at all the Overwatch coverage, got some crazy new stuff going on, new hero revealed, new map revealed, both very cool. We're going to talk about that. We had a chance to check those out. You might have already heard some announcements about them, but we got some hands-on experience with the new hero, with the new map, so we're going to talk about that now. So the new hero is named Moira. She is this sort of mad scientist. She's kind of like the kind of scientist with no ethics. Overwatch kind of tried to shut her down, but then she ended up getting recruited by Blackwatch, Overwatch's Black Operations, led up by Reaper, who previously was Gabriel Reyes. And a little bit of lore tidbit, it seems that she actually made Reaper into Reaper. She gave him those sort of vampiric powers, if you will. There's always a bit of mystery as to how he became that way. We thought maybe it was Mercy being the big villain, the secret villain of the story, but no, Moira seems to be the one behind that all. After Overwatch was shut down, she found herself working for Talon, and she's not a villain in the sense that she wants to take over the world. She's just focused on the science. She's a geneticist, and she doesn't want pesky things like moral values to get in the way of science. So, interesting character concept. Her visuals, at first I wasn't very sold on. As I saw the concept art and the progression, some very cool ideation. She started off as sort of a Doc Octopus in the concept art before evolving to the design we see. And it's growing on me. It didn't make as strong an impression as some other heroes, but the gameplay is so fun. I think I might have found my new main. I know I said this when Sombra came around, but I am mostly a support player, so this is a lot more in line, and she is a support character. She is the evil support healer that we've all been wanting for a long time. Now, what's great about her is she's sort of a hybrid character. She can heal, but she can also deal quite a bit of damage, and I think that's why I find her so fun. She's got a great toolkit. She's got a lot of tools in her arsenal. She's a little bit more difficult to play. She's trickier than a Mercy. She's trickier than a Lucio. It's not quite the same skill shots as Ana that make Ana tricky. It's more that you have a lot more buttons, a lot more sort of micromanagement to take care of. Her main power, its left click is a healing beam that passes through enemies, and any ally that it touches passes through allies and enemies. Anyone it touches as an ally, it heals. With the right click, she sort of activates this vampiric, I'm gonna drain your life essence attack. Now her healing beam, that drains ammo. She has healing ammo, and it very slowly recovers. But to recover it more quickly, she drains life from enemies. So it's a beam, it latches onto an enemy. It's not like her primary beam that you have to aim it properly. You can kind of just run around holding right click, and if an enemy comes within range of your crosshair, it'll latch on, it'll start dealing that damage to the enemy while regenerating your ammo on your healing beam. Now that's just her primary fire that has those two abilities. Her E ability, so it's a more special ability on a cooldown, that shoots out an orb, and you can choose whether it's a healing orb or a damaging orb. Regardless, this orb bounces around. If it's near an ally or an enemy, it'll slow down. Otherwise, it travels relatively fast. It ricochets off walls, ceilings, whatever. Lots of fun. You can throw in preemptive attacks, bounce them around corners. Really great to just chase down enemies or scout out an area, get that pesky hiding tracer who's ducked into that corridor, and you're left with an interesting choice. It's a power on cooldown, so you have to decide, will I use this to heal or to hurt? I personally prefer to use it to hurt, but if a lot of my allies are ahead of me and I see their damage, I toss ahead that healing orb. That's her other power. Then she's got an excellent mobility power that I absolutely love. It's a mixture of Tracer's Blink and Reaper's Shadow Step. Basically, it's directional, so you can choose to go front, backside, whatever, and it's your shift, and it's a rapid sort of blink across a distance, and you can kind of navigate it as well. I feel like that's what I was doing, that I can kind of steer it. It's very fast though, so you gotta be quick on steering it. Let's say there's an obstacle in the way, you can kind of dodge around it. While you're blinking, you are invulnerable, and excellent tool to avoid death. It's a bit of a skill shot, if you will, a good, you have to have good reaction time, but I love that. I love that now I don't feel like, oh, well, I'm just screwed if that Mei comes up to me, or that Trace or whatever. I feel like I can actually blink out of there now, and it's really fun. And then as for her ultimate ability, Coalescence, I believe it's called, it's basically the Archon form in Diablo, but even super buffed. So she's all about the duality of healing and sort of vampirism. This combines into one enormous beam that will heal allies and hurt enemies. It lasts several seconds. It lasts pretty long, but it's a great finisher to kill off enemies. It's great as well to heal allies. So when you got a big team fight going on and you see your allies are taking damage and the enemies are taking damage, you pop that, you're gonna top off your allies, you're gonna whittle down those enemies, possibly finish them off. It just felt really great to be doing something more than just healing as a healer. Super fun. Really looking forward to when she's hitting the PTR, which should be soon. I think she's going live in the new year, but PTR maybe next week or sometime soon. Now, that wasn't the only new reveal thing. The other thing was the new map, which is Blizzard World, I believe the name is. Blizzard World, it is basically if Blizzard were to make an amusement park. We all want that to happen in real life, but this happens in the Overwatch universe because in the Overwatch universe, Blizzard exists, StarCraft exists, Diablo exists. All the games that Blizzard made exist apart from Overwatch. So it's a theme park dedicated to all of Blizzard's other franchises apart from Overwatch. And it has little sections for all of them. That's the map we played on. Blizzard World is a hybrid map. In other words, you capture the first point and then you have to move a payload onto the objective. It's very... It honors the franchise as well. If you're a fan of Blizzard games, you're going to have a lot in there that's going to be like, oh yeah, that's awesome, that's a nice hat tip. And apparently, we didn't have a chance to really check this out, but there's apparently maybe some little trivia and little lore tidbits. We heard maybe in the Diablo section, which very interested me, there's going to be destructible barrels with... There was mention of maybe loot dropping. I don't know if that was just a joke, but he also mentioned possibly hidden lore. So we're going to start scouring that map as soon as that's available. Same thing like Moira, the new hero, launching in the new year, probably on the PTR next week. Overall, things are looking great for Overwatch. This is a great year for BlizzCon for Overwatch, but that's just what I think. We've gotten some opinions from some other folks in our community, and here's what they had to say about Moira and about the new map.
Moira, spelled OPAF by the developers. So take that as you will. Very limited range, very, very fragile, but she pumps out a lot of healing really quickly, which is kind of probably why they have the trade-off for the range. But also she does do decent damage, but because of the limited range, if you're getting that close to somebody trying to expect to do a lot of damage, you're going to die quite quickly. But overall power, limited range, fragile, everything you want in a support hero.
Really fun character, really, really low health. Like, she goes down quick if you don't keep her safe. Major healing though, really high heal counts. If you got a Roadhog in the party, she'll keep him up. No problems, nothing there.
What I didn't like so much is it's a little bit different from Mercy, how her healing ability drains out at one point. If you use it all the time, then you're not going to be able to heal your allies when they're in a pinch.
Damage-wise, little hard on the leech, I'm not going to lie. You got to get real close. It can't be too far away.
Her drain ability, though, is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, I liked it.
Her ultimate kind of reminded me of like Ryu and his little, you know, like ultimate shot a little bit for Super Street Fighter. It was awesome.
Her ultimate is pretty cool. Just time it and don't die. Don't use it when you're almost about to die.
Her movement ability, very similar to Reaper, is very, very quick. It enables you to move and slide quite quickly and get to wherever you want.
Actually, I used it earlier while playing the demo, and a Tracer put her ultimate on me, and I thought I would blow up, but using the shift, I actually managed to get away from her ultimate, and I survived.
Her orbs, though, can be very strategic because they're completely multi-targeted, and they'll bounce around, so you can send out one of these healing orbs in one direction while you're going into another to better monitor your teammates.
The map itself, Blizzard World, also a lot of fun, very nostalgic. If you know all of Blizzard's like entertainment stuff, you're going to see something that you love, and it's going to just take you back to that moment when you saw it first. It's just awesome.
in the recent panel, the developers said that there was going to be some secret lores. So right now I'm anticipating a whole lot of people scouring every inch of that map to find any little hidden nugget for anything Blizzard might be slightly hinting at. Apart from that, my only thought is give it to us in real life. Make it happen. We want this amusement park. Please.
Other really cool Overwatch news revealed at BlizzCon will be some new skins coming to a whole lot of the heroes, and these are skins that have been requested for a long time. These are Blizzard skins, so skins from other franchises. We're talking about Roadhog with a Diablo Butcher skin. We're talking about Widowmaker with a StarCraft Nova Ghost skin, Doomfist with a Blackhand skin, Zarya with a Barbarian skin. Yes, Zarya finally has the best skin ever. Torbjorn with a Bronzebeard skin, and more. And what's great is that all of these will be available in just basic loot boxes, not limited to a specific event. Another really cool skin that we got to see was a Moira skin based on Oasis, similar to Symmetra's Oasis skin. And this is because in the lore, Moira actually serves as the Minister of Genetics at Oasis. And while I'm not crazy about Moira's overall appearance, I love her Oasis skin. Now, something that Jeff revealed not on a panel, but just while being interviewed, was that Moira was actually teased a long time ago in the Doomfist comic. In that very last page in this panel, this person that we were all guessing we thought would be a future character, but we thought it would be a he, that is actually Moira. Also at BlizzCon, we got the debut of a Reinhart Cinematic. It was amazing. Once again, Blizzard releases a cinematic that hits us right in the feels. We got to see young Reinhardt with his amazing hair. That wraps up this video. Thanks for watching. Special thanks to my Twitch and Patreon supporters for making these videos possible, and a big thanks to my community members who have been with me at this BlizzCon, helping me out. Huge thanks to you folks, and we've been flying the Raider banner as well. We're gonna have, we've got additional footage, behind the scenes stuff going up on Patreon, but we're gonna be winding down. We'll probably put a lot of stuff up on the Patreon as sort of behind the scenes stuff. So stay tuned for all of that.